Only 2 WSL games left this season for Liverpool FC women, and only one of them is at home. But what a way to sign off with a Merseyside derby against Everton at Anfield on Sunday. They've met twice already this season. It's 1 win apiece so far. Who will come out on top this weekend? One thing's for sure, it's bound to be a feisty affair.
Tackle by Kerry Holland. Good save that by Tegan Micah. Points! Hit the crossbar and somehow stayed out. What a save by Rachel Laws. Fukunagono surely, and again! Great block by Jenna Clark. Decent. And Sophie Roman Holt scores! Mia Enderby places it beautifully. Chance Jenna Clark and a goal! Can Catholics get a goal this time? She can! And a goal! Jonna Daniels doubles the lead! Oh, what a touch by Enderby! And she scores again!
Yeah, welcome along to Melwood. The sun is beating down here on the training pitch behind us. Preparations well underway for Sunday's Merseyside derby. A huge weekend lies ahead. But before we get to derby preparations, delighted to say I'm joined by club captain Niamh Fahey, because it has been a massive day for you too. Today, we're delighted to have you with us because you've announced your retirement from football at the end of this season. 7 years with Liverpool, 5 of those as captain as well. How emotional a decision was that for you to make, Niamh?
Yeah, it is an emotional decision. One, because you're retiring as a professional footballer, but two, you're leaving a club that you absolutely love and adore. So, I mean, as sad as I am to say goodbye, I'm really proud of the journey that I've been on, the team have been on, and leaving Liverpool in a better place than when I first joined. So feeling proud overall, and yeah, proud of what we've achieved up to now.
I imagine a decision like that after, I'm guessing 20 odd years in the game, almost 20 years, isn't it? That it must be one you weigh up for days, weeks, months even. So why is now the right time for you?
I suppose maybe getting out of bed every morning, you feel your Achilles absolutely raging with pain is something to do with it. But no, I think, yeah, look, I've been fortunate to had such a long career, and you know, I feel like I've given my absolute everything. I don't have any more to give, so yeah, I've enjoyed my journey, but now it is the right time, and yeah, happy with what my journey has been.
And your journey has culminated in you captaining the club that you have supported for your entire life. I mean, how do you manage to put into words just how much Liverpool Football Club means to you?
To be honest, it's very difficult to summarise it now, and I think it'll only be, you know, later on when, you know, I've had time to process it. But in general, growing up as a lifelong fan, I think, you know, maybe it was beyond my dreams to say that I'd one day play for Liverpool. I always dreamt it, but then to go on and captain the club, it's something so special to me, and yeah, it's one of the proudest achievements in my career to be able to play for Liverpool and captain this club.
I have to ask you, what is the best moment, I suppose, in a Liverpool shirt? Because you've had a career that people would describe as glittering. I think you won titles, you won the FA Cup. In terms of in a Liverpool shirt, your time here with this club, what moment stands out to you as the highlight? Yeah,
I think the biggest one obviously is getting promoted back up to the WSL. You know, we had a tricky couple of years there in the Championship, and then a bit of a slide, and I think being able to lead the club back up to the WSL was a really proud moment for me, and yeah, trying to return us back to, you know, some of the heights that we've achieved in the past as a club. So yeah, I'm really proud. That's probably like the standout moment for me.
I think people at home probably thought you would say that one, but yeah. Lifting that trophy as captain, a moment you would have dreamt about all your life. What did it feel like to actually do it on that day?
Yeah, it was special. I was looking back on you know, a couple of the videos and stuff, and it was a really tight-knit group as well, so yeah. A lot of fond memories looking at the faces, and yeah, doing a bit of a Hendo shuffle as well. trying to do a Hendo shuffle.
I remember it running down the line.
It was going a long time, to be honest. I was like, maybe they should have edited it.
Not at all, everyone enjoyed.
Cut it a bit short, but yeah, no, obviously, just as I said, to be able to lead the team, captain, back up to the WSL is such a proud moment for me.
Yeah, we enjoyed every second of the Hendo Shuffle, don't worry about that, listener. It feels very fitting that you sign off at Anfield because, as we said, top of the show, of course, it's the Merseyside derby this weekend against Everton, and I imagine a few of your family will be there watching on.
Yeah, the big family, so there's a few of them, not all of them are coming over, but no, I'll have a good crew from Galway that are coming. They've been great, they've supported me a lot, and yeah, they'll be there at Anfield, and a derby game as well, especially considering how the last couple of derby games have gone for us. I think this is such an important game for us, especially at Anfield as well, to make sure that we're getting a win on derby day. So we'll be looking ready for this one on Sunday.
You touched on it earlier in one of your earlier answers, but in terms of where you leave the club compared to where you came in, you must be very proud of the position the club is in now and how much they've solidified themselves in the top flight since returning to the WSL.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's night and day in the women's side from when I joined in 2018 to where we are now.
I was going to say, even just being
exactly
here is,
Melwood in the background, top class training facility, and some dark days, it's fair enough to say, and to where it started to where we are now, I feel proud of my time here and to see the progress that's happened as well. Not always been easy, but obviously more progress to go and ambitions to achieve the top things in women's football at this club, but proud of my journey to get us back up to a decent level, shall we say.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're obviously a very, very close-knit squad here, so how have the girls reacted to the news? They will not want to see you depart.
Some are happy, some are not. No, look, we're such a good group here. I've told a few, I think a few are, they're not surprised, so I think that says it all, really.
I mean, in terms
they're not
of
too shocked. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say that the dressing room, though, the spirit you have here, I mean, you're obviously one of the leaders in that dressing room, but you've been in other dressing rooms and there's none quite like this one, I don't think.
No, I've been very fortunate here. It has been a really tight-knit group, and that's different changes that have happened throughout the years, but I think the group dynamic itself is something special, and it's helped us a lot of tough times here, when things weren't going well. It could have been easy to fall apart, but the girls always stuck together, and I think that's nearly been our core, and it's we never stopped, and as a group together, it's something that I'm going to miss, the dressing room and the girls themselves. It's just great crack on a daily basis, and that's probably one of the biggest things I'm going to miss, being around them.
I'm sure you'll be back for games though, because I suppose you get to be a fan next season. There'll be no bigger fan than you cheering the girls on.
100%. Yeah, no, I look, lifelong Liverpool supporter. I don't intend on stopping now, and I'll be their biggest supporter now next season, watching on from afar.
People will, watching at home, be naturally curious as to what your next step might be. I know you're probably still weighing a lot of things up. It's very early days, but what might the future hold for you, Niamh?
It's a good question. I'm trying to figure that one out myself. It's one of those kind of transitional moments where you're trying to figure out the next steps. First of all, it's a beach, and just take some actual time to actually rest the body and relax. But I think long term, maybe something within sport and business where my two maybe strengths and passion lie. I could probably see myself somewhere in the future. It's very vague, but I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Oh, it's absolutely fine. I mean, in terms of the whole reflecting on your entire career, if you like, if somebody had said to you when you were, say, 10 years old, back in Galway, you wanted to break into football, and somebody says, listen, you'll be a full-time professional footballer and you'll captain Liverpool Football Club as well. I think 10-year-old Niamh would have been quite happy with that.
Just snapped her hand off. It's absolutely snapped her hand off. That's it's kind of surreal even saying it back now, because I think of myself as a young girl in my back garden, and I have so many moments thinking back, but to say that it actually happened, it's nice to hear it back, and it's been exceptional.
Absolutely, you've been exceptional as well. The only thing that is left for me to say is maybe a message to the fans, because I'm sure a lot will be watching this right now and not wanting you to go, but obviously thrilled with how incredible you've been for this football club.
No, massive thank you to all the Reds, home and away. Literally had our backs every step of the way, especially in those tougher moments. Never stopped singing, always had our backs, and I can't say how much you've taken me into this city, into your hearts, and I'll never forget you for that. So thanks so much from the bottom of my heart.
Incredible stuff. Thank you so much, Niamh. It's been an absolute pleasure. Wish you, of course, every single success for the future. Now, from the skipper to the boss, not many more important places, I think Niamh would agree, in this building than the manager's office. Peter McDowell's taken some time in there today, catching up with Amber Whiteley ahead of the game this weekend, and a few words on Niamh here as well.
Yeah, good. Absolutely loved the last couple of months. It's been a big challenge, but one that I've really embraced, and yeah, I've loved every minute.
What about this office as well? History within the corridors is quite scary, really, I suppose. Yeah,
it's incredible. I think to sit in this seat is a huge honour and privilege. You think of some of the greats that have been in this office, in this building, and yeah, to follow them is it's an honour.
One touch apart from the outside.
Yeah, I feel alive in this role. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I've been at the club for over 5 years now, and yeah, to lead the team, I absolutely love it and don't take anything for granted. I think it feels even more special when you've got that connection and that like feeling towards the place and to the people. So yeah, I just want to put my best foot forward and give them the best possible chance of success, drive the team forward.
It's funny you mention people, because people would presume it's about picking a team and tactics, but it's really about leadership, isn't it? It's about making sure the people that you have in those roles feel empowered and feel part of what is a wonderful existence in football.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's absolutely everything. I'm all about bringing people to the front of the room and empowering and helping them be the best that they can be. I think that's my job as a leader, and yeah, I absolutely love that part of it, and the connection to me is so important. That's the best bit about the job.
Important that people are smiling. That's one thing I notice when I'm walking around, is that, I mean, why wouldn't you enjoy football? But everybody seems to be enjoying life.
Yeah, we've got a really good group, and the mood's good in the camp at the moment. So great to see the positive energy, and they've been absolutely fantastic out there on the training pitch every day. The response from everyone has been brilliant, and I think you've seen that in the performances. The energy's been really good, and yeah, they keep getting better.
You're not new to this role, you've done it before. Does it feel different this time?
I think it does. We're in a completely different position to last time round. We're looking upwards now. We're in this place at Melwood, one of the best facilities in the league. We're so lucky to be, to train out of here every single day, and yeah, I think we're in an exciting place right now, and we're moving in a really good direction.
Football's fine lines, isn't it? I felt so sorry for you in that FA Cup tie. It can sometimes be a coat of paint, or a change of direction just at the end. You could almost be at Wembley. How do you look back on that day? Because you must have been so proud of the players.
Yeah, so proud. I think the first half especially, we went toe-to-toe with Chelsea, one of the best teams in Europe. Thought we were brilliant. We needed that other goal when we were on top. But yeah, overall the feeling was a sense of pride, real pride, and yeah, I think it's given us huge belief, I think, going forward. Every time we play at Anfield is a special occasion. Can't wait to be back there. So we had a great result there against Man United, and great to get the first win at Anfield. Yeah, one that we're really looking forward to. We haven't actually beaten Everton since 2019, so the motivation doesn't come much greater than this weekend.
What about Anfield? I was sat a couple of seats away from you when you were in the dugout last time, and I don't know, your style is so calm. You had one AirPod in, and you're obviously in communication with the analysts up in the stand. Everything was kind of delivered at normal speaking volume. I was intrigued by your style as a coach in that technical area?
Yeah, I think for me it's important to stay calm, to stay level on the sideline, because you've got to be ready to communicate information onto the players, and ultimately they look to you. So if you're up a height and, you know, marching up and down the touchline, it maybe doesn't instill the right confidence and belief in the team. So yeah, I think it's important as a leader that they can look to me and have that assurance and that calmness.
They, of course, you want to keep at arm's length. 5th place would be a great achievement, would it not, with the kind of challenges that have been here this year?
Yeah, Everton have been in good form recently, and the teams below us are doing well. West Ham, obviously Brighton had a good result against Everton at the weekend, so we need to win, we need to perform well, and we need to take as many points as possible from the last 2 games.
Can I talk to you about Niamh Fahey? It's news that probably will sadden a lot of people, you know, again, another Liverpool fan that's achieved their dream of playing here. And you often hear managers say that leaders are going out of football. She's a proper leader, and you'll feel the loss of not having her around next season. Yeah,
absolutely. She is a proper leader. She's given so much to the game throughout her whole career. She's been a fantastic servant to this football club. I don't think Niamh will ever understand or ever know how much she's loved here by absolutely everyone. She's a wonderful football player, wonderful leader, but just the best human being, and we're going to miss her so much.
Well, listen, good luck against Everton. Really looking forward to it, and let's get that win over them, at Anfield.
Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, some really lovely words there from Amber Whiteley on Niamh Fahey. While you have been watching that at home, the skipper has left us, and we are joined by 2 of her teammates in the back line, defenders Grace Fisk and Jenna Clark. I've got to start, guys, by asking you for your thoughts on Niamh, because as defenders, you obviously work alongside her all the time, and I imagine she's given you a lot of help since you came here.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we both joined the club at the same time, and she's been our captain throughout, and she's just an amazing person to be with on and off the pitch. She's someone who finds such a good balance of being relaxed and being there for people off the pitch, but then demanding a lot of standards on the pitch, and, you know, creating a competitive environment. And she's been an amazing captain for us, and well, yeah, we're going to miss her dearly.
Sounds like she has all the characteristics of a perfect captain, Jenna. I'm sure you are all really determined to give her a perfect home send-off at Anfield at the weekend as well against Everton.
Yeah, for sure. Just to sort of second what Fisky's been saying is, yeah, Niamh's been really influential to, I'm sure, all the players both on and off the pitch. She's been a massive player, not just in the time that we've played with her, but for her full career. So yeah, it'll be incredibly important to get her a special send-off.
Let's speak about the boss as well there, Amber, because Amber, of course, has been around the setup for a long time now. But in terms of taking charge as manager, Grace, what changes has she implemented upon this team?
Yeah, I think I've obviously only ever had her as an assistant. I think some of the girls before had her as a head coach during the interim time. So I'd only ever known her as an assistant. So it's been obviously really different to see her as a step into the head coach role. And it's sort of, as much as training changed, like she's changed as well. Like she's more intense and more like driven with that kind of thing, which has been really good for the group. And yeah, training's been like a big step up, and she's really been pushing us a lot. And obviously we've had quite a few mixed results, but quite a few good results as well. And you know, every day she's pushing us to be better, and it's been really good.
In terms of training, I have to say we're recording this, it is 25 degrees at Melwood this afternoon. Hopefully not too an intense session today, Jenna. How do you manage preparing for a game like a Merseyside derby, massive game, when you're battling heat like that today?
Yeah, I think for me it includes a lot of factor 50. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, we still prepare the same. It is obviously tougher conditions in the sense that it's very hot, but yeah, the only difference I'd probably say is more water breaks, I guess, but we're still training at that same intensity, that same level, because yeah, you can't really step down your level when we've got such a big game at the weekend. So yeah, as much as we can, we're keeping that the same.
It is a huge game, of course, Grace. I mean, how does preparation for a derby sort of mentally, does it feel different in the squad when you're building up to a game like this? You've played in a couple now, you know how much it means to the fans.
Yeah, of course, we all know the weight of the game and the importance to ourselves, to the club and to the fans. And obviously we try and train the same and don't change too much, just because you don't want to mess too many things, but we all know the importance of the game, and we've all been trying to step it up a level leading into the game, because ultimately we want to come away with 3 points. And yeah, we just want to make sure we put on a good performance and get the job done. It's 1-1 in terms of results so far this season. A narrow defeat, Jenna, at Goodison Park, but it was a very different story in the League Cup, at a 4-0 victory for yourselves. And you opened the scoring that day as well. What does it feel like to score in a Merseyside derby?
Yeah, obviously it's very special. I don't get on the score sheet often, so yeah, to do it against Everton was, I was obviously delighted with that. And yeah, hopefully we can have, obviously, as Fisk pointed out, another good game this weekend and get the 3 points.
Yeah, the support you get at St Helens is wonderful, but this one, of course, is at Anfield, Grace, where you've already beaten Manchester United this season. How much would it mean to get back-to-back victories after, of course, going quite a long time without getting a win there? Yeah, obviously we were all very conscious of sort of our winless drought at Anfield, so that was really good the last time out to put in such an amazing performance against United and get the 3 points. And yeah, like you say, we're just really hoping to get back-to-back wins there and give something for our fans to be really proud of and happy about as we close out the season. Well, someone hoping to get their first Merseyside derby goal this weekend is Olivia Smith. 7 WSL goals to her name so far, quickly becoming a real fan's favourite, isn't she? And she recently picked up the Standard Chartered Player of the Month for March. That is her 4th of this season. LFC TV's Steve Hunter caught up with the Canadian international.
Liv, great to see you as always. The Standard Chartered Player of the Month for March. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it means the world to me, but obviously it's not possible without my teammates putting in all the work that they have.
You've been popular with the fans. It's award number 4 that this season now.
Yeah, I'm super grateful. I mean, obviously it's an honour, especially at this club. It's such a big club, and also to have my dad, it's his favourite club as well, so to be doing this here, it's awesome.
How special have you found the fans? Because you've had a brilliant rapport with them.
Oh, they're amazing. I mean, just the energy that they give every game, even our away games, they're amazing, yeah.
Undoubtedly, the highlight of the month has to be Manchester United at Anfield. It's the women's first ever win in front of the Cup. Your family were there, and you scored twice.
Waits for the overlapping run of Smith. 3 red shirts in the box, and Olivia Smith has wriggled away from her defender and still going, and squeezing in underneath the Manchester United goalkeeper. Olivia Smith gives Liverpool the lead.
I love going 1v1. I saw my opportunity. Whenever I see the goal, I'll take my chance.
And then the penalty at the Cup end, that must have been special for you to take that and see it go in.
Oh, super special, especially in front of the fans and my family right up there. I got to see them after I scored, so it's just an unreal feeling.
And the team spirit's great here, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Family, love, everything, yeah.
Brilliant. Liv, well done. Thanks so much as always.
An absolutely phenomenal debut season for Olivia. How impressed, guys, have you been with how she's adjusted, not just to the WSL, but just her personality? She seems, for someone so young, just totally unfazed. Yeah, I mean, she's obviously been incredible for us this season. I think we all kind of knew from the first couple of sessions when she came in that she was special. Really? Yeah, just in training, the power she got, still gets, but the first few sessions of power she got behind some of her shots, and the power she has physically to get past players and avoid tackles and stuff is, yeah, she's obviously been amazing, and rightly so has picked up a lot of awards this season, and I'm sure many more will come. Yeah, I imagine you have to mark her a few times in training, Jenna, so
Yeah.
how tricky a job is that?
Yeah, it's never an enjoyable session when that's the case, but yeah, I think as Fisk touched on, the first session that she had here, you know how special a player she is, so yeah, that's shown in the games, and it's not for no reason, it's not by luck. She works, really hard in training, and yeah, it's paying off in the games.
She has so much confidence on the pitch, and yet when you see her off the pitch and you speak to her, she is so humble and always thanking all her teammates for the parts that they play in the goals as well, Grace. Yeah, she's a lovely kid, and you forget how young she is sometimes because her performances on the pitch don't really replicate her age, but yeah, she's a lovely, lovely girl, and I'm sure many great things will come in her career, and we're just obviously happy she's here with us, and we're part of her journey because
yeah, she could go on to be an unbelievable player in world football. So yeah, she deserves everything she's getting at the moment.
Some accolade. I mean, she's a big game player as well, Jenna. She loves the big stage and obviously scored 2 goals against Manchester United at Anfield earlier on in the season. So I'm sure would love to replicate that this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. She shows up for us, and as you say, in a lot of the big games and in all games, to be honest. You know, she's the type of player that can create something from nothing, and yeah, hopefully she gets some goals at the weekend.
Yeah, huge game at the weekend against Everton. We are going to hear now from the opposition manager, Brian Sorensen. The Everton boss has spoken to the media ahead of the match.
I think we always do well in the bigger stadium, so that's a positive. Yeah, we know it's a completely different game for the others we played against him because of a new coach. So they set up different. They play a bit different on when they were on the mat. So it's gonna be, yeah, we've always been playing against a Matt Beard team where yeah, I think it's changed now, and it'll be yeah, fun to see like how we match up with the little different in the style that they are trying to do now. So yeah, exciting game.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Amber as a manager and how she's changed Liverpool really since she's been in.
Yeah, I think they probably play a little more like other teams in the league now, like to try to do some of the similar things to other teams where, like, I think always Matt has like a very distinctive style that also was hard to play against and good, of course, but now I think they can probably do a bit more in different areas. So yeah, it is a different Liverpool team, and it's going to be a hard task. They had good results and they have really good players.
Yeah, the thoughts of Blues boss Brian Sorensen ahead of this one. Of course, I hate to remind you girls, but Liverpool have not beaten Everton in the league since 2019. I'm sure that is a stat you are desperate to turn around on Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even realise it was that long, to be fair. But yeah, obviously it's no secret that we've struggled against them in the last few years. And yeah, I mean, they've been in pretty good form recently, but we feel like our form's been picking up a lot since Christmas. So we're coming into the game with a lot of confidence, and we know if we perform on the day that we can beat them. So we've just got to make sure we turn up and bring the intensity, and we'll get the 3 points.
Yeah, and the fans will turn up, of course, Jenna, in their droves. I mean, how much of a difference can that home support make for you on Sunday?
Yeah, it's massive for us. You know, the fans have been great with us, not just for the home games, but for the away ones as well. So yeah, for it to be at Anfield is really special, and they really help us along with our performances and games. If it's getting tough, you know, we've got the fans there, and then they're also there for the good moments, which is, yeah, really nice to hear them. Yeah,
and you've only got 2 WSL games left, and of course, as we say, this is the last home game, so important to sign off at home as well on a good note, Grace.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we know for the fans and for ourselves, it's been quite up and down, but yeah, we've got 2 huge games coming up, and we hope that we can end the season on a real high. And obviously, in terms of league positions, you know, we want to make sure we get 5th, which, you know, at points in the season felt quite a long way off. So to bring it back and to be sitting 5th, yeah, we've got to make sure that we get every point on the board now. So we'll be really pushing for the 3 points and a successful end of the season.
Yeah, 5th has to be the objective, Jenna, because as Grace rightly says, at points this season it looked like maybe you wouldn't be able to finish that high in the table. So how do you feel about the turnaround in the past few months, and what's the positivity like amongst the girls?
Yeah, definitely. It's been quite transitional, obviously, the past few months, and then, yeah, as Fisk said before that, it didn't look too possible, but yeah, we've done well to get to where we are now. Looking back at the season, and yeah, it would just be massive for us to keep pushing on, and yeah, the girls are feeling really positive. Training's been good, so yeah, we've got some good prep going into the weekend.
Well, listen, a massive thanks to both of you, to Grace and to Jenna, for their time. Don't forget, tickets are still available for Sunday's Merseyside derby at Anfield. Liverpool taking on Everton. The kick-off is noon on Sunday. For now, that is all from us here at a very, very warm Melwood. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.